Hello and welcome from Tucson and another week in rock paradise. Later this video I will be cutting some of these beautiful polyhedroid agates that you can see over here. So stay tuned if you wanna look out for some cutting content. Meanwhile, I just want to show you a little bit more around of what's been happening here. So these are just some of the giant limb cast pieces from Turkey. Really incredible specimens. And the good news is I will be having my US website up by when you're watching this. We have a landing page that's called agatebay.shop now, where it will be separating into my German business and my US business. All the German inventory will be shipped out from my German website, and all the shipping on the US website will also be shipped out here from the States. So we freshly upgraded the website with over 100 pieces of beautiful polished specimens as inventory, but much more excitingly also the rough stones. So we already prepared a couple dozen of those Malawi XL bags that are already up for grabbing. We have the 2.5 pounds lot, the 10 pound lots, and back here the 66 pound lots. Also we have the Turkish limb cast, which is graded into different size and qualities, and these will be also up to be sold individually. We also just now opened the first barrels here of the dry head agate rough, which has been coming out. I can already spot some beautiful pieces with some gorgeous banding, so I will be bagging some of these up. So this is also going to be ready on the website by when you watch the video, and you can place your orders for some beautiful dry head agate rough stones. We'll be having a lapidary grade for the more broken pieces, and we have a specimen grade for the more full-sized pieces, and then one premium grade specimens for the dry head agate as well. Welcome to Brazil 60 years ago. At least welcoming these agates, because that is how long ago these agates have actually been found. These are old stock polyhedroid agates from Paraíba state, and since then there has been no new material found at this location. It's said to be entirely mined out, and there's supposed to be a large dam, so it's been flooded with water, this location. So there's also not any new possibilities to find this material, and this is why it has been rising incredibly in prices over the last few decades. It used to be one of the cheapest materials on the market of all agates being found, and now it's one of the most valuable agates in the entire world. So having rare agates definitely adds something to the value, but also the extraordinary shape these agates have, and the shape they got from forming in between sheets of barite crystals, and then the barite crystal weathered away and just left the angular shaped agate behind. These agates are pretty large in size. Some of the agates are relatively small, but they have been found pieces that are even larger than this. So yeah, just a very rare opportunity to cut any of this material, and I would say let's get right into it and see what beauties these are hiding inside. The first agate here is both weird and very interesting. I can see it's got some amethyst here on the backside, which I think I've never seen in any polyhedroid agates before, but it doesn't seem to be going all the way through, so I think the amethyst is really just here in the last few inch of this specimen. However, I can see from the dark shine here through the light that the agate area extends all the way here back to there, so I will be cutting it somewhere here through the middle, so I get some of the agate and maybe a little more of the opening, but I'm not sure about it. So this will definitely be a surprise when I cut it, and yeah, I'm just curious to see what's actually going on in this one. Oh. Really interesting formation going on in this one. So the druzy was actually closing down to the side, but opened up to a new druzy here in the center of the piece. Some beautiful depth in the banding as well, gorgeous floater, and honestly I am very sure that I can spot a little bit of amethyst here in both of these areas. It definitely has a purple shade to it, and I am very confident that this is actually the same amethyst going through here all the way. Not super easy to spot, but I am very confident that it actually is amethyst. Great shape of the nodule as well, so I really like this one. Really interesting nodule right here. I can see the original crystal imprint of the baroid crystal here on the sides of the specimen. Maybe you can see it in the reflection of the light somehow. Other than that, I can see here the quartz window. I can see a little bit of fracturing here to the side of the specimen right there. And the convenient thing is about the polyhedroid agates, when they have some quartz, that you can very easily determine where the agate is going because of the translucency of the quartz. So here you can see the agate is actually concentrating somewhat around this area. So I'll be cutting probably just a little more than an inch away from this side where the largest volume is, but it does need some space to open up to the agate. So I'll probably be placing the cut right around here. In this area, so I get two halves with relatively equal pattern out of it. Oh, very nice. Just a gorgeous piece and absolutely perfectly hit. Fantastic symmetry here. You can see the agate was concentrating more here in this area and created this beautiful botryoidal druzy opening. Great dark contrasting floater surrounded by a layer of quartz, a bright blue band right here, and in the other half you can see it deep in the druzy. It's getting brighter towards the end, and that is the entire black band fading out and kind of disappearing towards the end of the druzy, because you can see it's almost white in the background, and that is the layer of quartz that's behind the druzy. So I think I could really not have cut this piece any better, and I love the symmetry in these specimens, and this is just a perfect piece. We got another really interesting specimen here. Great shape of the nodule. I can see a broken window on both sides, one on the right side, one on the left side. So I have to cut somewhere in between these two windows. Another really cool feature is I can see there's a dendrite here to the side of it. It's actually quite rare. But sometimes they're hiding just below the surface of the agate, and I will be cutting right next to the dendrite so I don't damage it, and once across the nodule right next to the window here on that side, so just once across this piece like that. No unexpected surprises with this one. I kept the dendrite alive, and other than that you could already pretty exactly see how it's going to turn out from both of these windows, and that is what it looks like. What's really interesting is a lot of times when they have openings like this with a druzy, you can see that they have the original brown dirt from the mining back in the day still in their druzy in there. So they are found in this kind of reddish clay matrix material, and that's what you often find in these kind of druzy openings. But of course this will all be cleaned out in the process of grinding and polishing. Just before that you can also see it's just trying to become a tiny little double chamber down here. So another really cool piece right here, especially also with the chromatography up top, turning the black into a yellow towards the flow channel with this up top corner here. So really nice one as well. A really cool nodule right here. I can see the volume is rising towards the left and slowing down a little bit to the right. So what I'm going for is a more symmetrical cut towards the biggest volume shape right next to this window, and then just towards the corner here where the end of this window is taking place. So just from the corner up top here across this thick part, coming right back down to the window here, and then get a nice triangular shape. Oh, nice. Another one that turned out really nice, and actually I think the shape it set in the whole stroke was probably somewhat like this, because it has this settlement down here at the bottom, which I think is probably due to gravitation at the bottom part of the nodule. Other than that, I would say just perfect cut, no fractures, nice little opening here as well with the botryoidal feature and the flow channel towards the corner. I can see the opening is closing down here already, so if I cut it any further back I would both hit the window as well as this window, and I would also have lost the druzy. So I think once more I've been pretty lucky just getting the perfect cut on this piece. Here's another really cool shaped piece. It's almost parallel top to bottom and gives me a little bit of space to cut it right in between here. So for the fun of it, I think I'm just gonna do it. Other than that, it seems like mostly gonna be quartz, maybe a little druzy opening, but of course it will be looking really strange if I cut it this way. But I'm just gonna do it for the fun of it, especially also because I don't think it's really much agatized. As you can see when I'm holding it in the light here, it seems to be solely quartz or just with very little agate banding. So I think we're just gonna go for a fun cut, even though it's just sitting maybe 2 or 3 millimeters here on the corner. But I think I'm going to hit it pretty nice in the center of the piece, and let's see what it's gonna do with us. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Alright, I split it pretty perfectly in half. It got pretty thin in the end, but let's look what's inside. And look at this piece. What is going on in this one? I thought it's gonna be only quartz here, but it's clearly bright blue agate. And with the bubbles that are forming over the quartz, it looks like a sky with clouds, and it's actually a pretty cool piece. So I'm definitely gonna get both of these halves polished and see what they look like when they're bright and shiny. Massive piece right here. I can see there's a window here on that side with a quartz and then a floater in the center, and the quartz extends all the way around here with the window, so there's hardly any way where I can cut it missing any of the quartz windows. So I will cut through a quartz part anyways, and this case here on that side. And then I will be cutting it all the way from this side right across here back to here, and this section right here is probably a barite ingrowth, so it will be separating the agate a little bit and trying to make it a double chamber. Same here on that side, so I will be cutting through both of these sections just about 1.5 inches parallel to the side right to the left. Oh, wow. 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 What a piece. Another killer specimen that I think I just cut absolutely perfectly. Look at how gorgeous it turned out. What a fantastic and massive size specimen. Beautiful colors in this piece with the black, blue, yellow, and then on the left side here, right here, I cannot even point at where my left thumb is right now, the barite crystal inclusion, where it tried to make it a little bit of a multi-chamber piece, and up top the inclusion as well. What a fantastic specimen this is. Really, really outstanding quality and just huge in size. And right when you finish watching this video, just a little bit after we are going to be live on the YouTube channel, I just got in a fantastic selection of the Dietrich Meyer collection, of which a lot of pieces are printed in his books. So yeah, stay tuned for the live show and just some incredible specimens here from my showroom. And now let's get back into the workshop, showing you the beautiful results of these polyhedroid agates. I am back at assessing the final results of today's cutting session. A very unique one for sure, and every single piece surprised me. There was not a single agate specimen in this batch that I was like, I don't know, but like every single one is actually a really good quality specimen. So all of these will be polished up and head over to my website. So if you're watching this video right now, the next thing you should do is check out my website, because all of these agates are available since the beginning of the video has been uploaded to YouTube. But you better be quick checking it out, because a lot of the higher end agates are usually selling within the first few minutes. But I have a ton of affordable agates on my website as well. If you just want a couple of pieces for your agate collection, I'm offering agates from worldwide locations, such as Malawi, Mozambique, Laguna agates from Mexico, but everything you can imagine is up there. And even though it looks a little dark right now, these agates need a lot of light to bring the colors out. So I'll now just be adding as well some high quality photography, so you can soak in all of the beauty and details these agates have to offer. Let me know in the comments which agate surprised you the most, because I think the biggest surprise for me was actually the cloud-like one, because I did just not expect to find any agates inside here. And I think it's actually a really cool piece the way it is. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on these pieces, and if you enjoyed watching it, make sure to also check out my other videos, and I'll see you soon again for the next cutting session.